Britain has called this meeting of the Security Council for later on today, but Russia, as a permanent member, can veto any decision they may agree on today. So a lot of people might be asking, what is the point of holding this meeting today at all?
Well, the UN Security Council has heard similar arguments before in relation to the Salisbury attack. The difference this time is Britain has more details to share because, of course, Theresa May's statement in Parliament was quite detailed. But the question is really how much details can the UK give? Given that the UK assessment that these two suspects are members of Russian military intelligence, that comes not from the British police, but from British intelligence. And so, just as Theresa May said in Parliament, these are sensitive matters, we can't give too much detail, the UK is likely to make a similar, to say something similar at the UN Security Council. It's sensitive intelligence matters, so we can't reveal too much. That will be seen by Russia, obviously, as a convenient argument to get out of giving any real evidence. And that's, of course, what Russia's been saying all along, is show us the evidence. Ever since March, they've been saying the UK has not provided any real evidence. What will this achieve? Well, of course, the UK wants to show that it's doing something. But in terms of securing more sanctions against Russia, well, the Western members of the the Western European members of the UN Security Council, France and Germany, they do not seem to be moving in that direction. They don't appear to be moving towards more sanctions on Russia. The US position will be interesting to watch, though, because even though President Trump himself has, in a sense, blown hot and cold on Vladimir Putin in the course of his presidency, there are members of the Trump administration who do favor a hard line on Russia, and that also goes for US senators. In fact, just a few weeks ago, they introduced a new bill of restrictions on, for example, Russian sovereign debt transactions, energy and oil projects and things like that. And that's on top of the sanctions bill that was passed by Congress last summer. So there is certainly an openness in the US towards a sort of a different approach on Russia, but that isn't shared, of course, across the board, neither in the UN Security Council nor in the European Union.
Well, we'll, of course, be watching that Security Council meeting once it gets going later on today. Armin, that's Armin Georgian, our International Affairs Editor.